I love it when there's a street buzz in St. Louis. And, it's usually like, have you been to the swap meet?
Yes, and people say swap meet. What? Because
yeah,
they
where
think
is it?
Flea market. They don't know, the antique row. They don't know the word swap meet.
Martin Casas moved to St. Louis. So when did you say you moved here? Like 2000?
2005. So I've actually been here for 10 years this August.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah,
And where did you get the bright idea, which I think is fabulous, to have a swap meet here in St. Louis?
So you guys lived in California, right?
Yes.
So you know the term swap meet.
I have to tell you, the swap meet saved my sanity for 7 years in San Diego. It was the only thing to do. Yeah.
And so my mom, she did antiques for many years, and she moved from Huntington Beach down to Texas, and she opened up an antique mall down there, and she goes to a lot of these different flea markets and swap meets. And when I thought about doing something here in St. Louis, what I realized was that we've got a lot of great tech incubators. We got a lot of really great bio incubators. We don't have any brick and mortar incubators. And when you kind of look at the whole scene, what you'll notice is that these farmers markets that are cropping up all over St. Louis are the brick and mortar incubators. They've got a lot of small businesses that start there.
As well as the food trucks.
Yeah. So what's been happening is that folks like Southwest Diner, they'll go from, a little stand at the Tower Grove Farmers Market or the Kirkwood or Clayton, and then they'll build up their clientele, their capital, and they'll move into a storefront, and they'll open up a business, or they'll do a food truck or something else.
Yeah.
So we are phenomenally good at creating these food markets. We have 39 in total in the St. Louis area any day from Tuesday through Saturday. So my great idea was, I'm going to do a Sunday swap meet, which is not going to be a flea market. It's not going to be a farmer's market. It's going to be everything. So if you want to have, you sell crafts, you have resale, you have food, bring it to the swap meet. We'll sell it on Sunday. It's an extra day of sales.
That just blows me away. I had no idea that's why you did this, Martin. But I should have known because of your political background.
Sure.
You're just thinking of the community and the people in it and growing a community.
Yeah, and what a nice way to do it. And
thank you.
It's almost like, we have like all this animosity with another country, but if you start like buying their stuff, shopping saves the world.
That saves the world.
No, you're absolutely right. And if you were to drive down Gravois or any other Chippewa, you'll see vacant buildings everywhere. And certainly Cherokee Street was a great example of this, where they had a lot of vacant buildings, but they just had owners that came in there and they just built up their stores one at a time, and they have a great market, and they've redefined the entire neighborhood. That's what we're trying to do with the swap meet, is that after the first couple of years of doing this, we're hoping to graduate some businesses out so they'll open up in a storefront somewhere in the city.
We haven't even said where it is yet. And it's good. It's making people pay attention.
Yeah, where's the swap meet? It's going on
damn it?
on Sundays already here in St. Louis, and it's tell the times and the location.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's every Sunday from 8:30 to 3 p.m. And it's at the Lemp Brewery, which is at the corner of Cherokee and Lemp, right off of 55.
Couldn't be a better place. Great space.
Oh my God, it's been so amazing being that. When you're in that space, you're surrounded by history, beautiful architecture.
It's so fabulous.
And a lot of people, they've seen it from the highway, they've never been in there before. And so once they get in there, they check it out, they're just blown away by it. And one of the things that me and my staff say every weekend is like, how did no one think about this before? Like it's such a beautiful location for it. Now, one of the problems we have is that, we just by being in that space, we're automatically the largest outdoor market in the region. We can fit up to 150 vendors.
Wow.
But on average, we have about 60 vendors on weekends. It's the first year we're trying to grow into it. But even with 60 vendors, we look empty because it's so much space in that thing.
Yeah.
Which, it's still great because the vendors make money. Everyone's happy. It's a great event.
And it still takes a long time to go through all that. 60 vendors. You'd take a while.
And
it's a lot.
Do you take anybody like somebody with on one-time weekend yard sale accumulation? They can go there just.
We get a lot of those guys.
That's fantastic. And how much is it for a space?
It's $25 for a 10x10 booth.
That's fantastic.
And the reason why we keep our prices low is because we have the numbers to make a profit, and also we want people to make money while they're there.
Absolutely.
Now, this is proof that it's never been done before. He actually owns STLSwapMeet.com. That's where you go if you want to put a booth there, find out more, or even contact her.
Right.
Yeah.
There it is.
There's going to be so many like,
Is it going through November or what?
November 1st is the last one of this year. We're going to try out some night markets in September, and then also in October.
Oh, what a good idea.
Yeah.
Where somebody was telling me, I can't remember where they were traveling. Oh, it was in Brooklyn, in New York.
Yeah.
And they had nighttime swap meets, or flea markets, I guess, that were more attended because people are, they go out, they have dinner, they have a drink, and then they want to go do something.
Right.
Yeah. Remember the 3rd Ave swap meet in New York?
Yeah, but that was
every
in the
Sunday
day.
they block off the entire street.
Oh, really?
3rd Avenue, yeah.
But
Which is
that's just that's a flea market and it's in the day.
yeah, right.
Well, it's funny. I'm gonna have to look it up on YouTube because when I started doing the research for the swap meet, I looked at YouTube videos of like the London 5th Street Market, the Morocco Market, and they have these great videos where people just take a camera and they'll walk through it, and you can kind of see what's going on. And I did that with a bunch of markets all across the country and actually the world to see kind of what they look like.
Wow, good for you.
A lot of fun, but and the good thing about Cherokee Street too is that with the night market, you've got such a bustling night scene that's happening down there now.
Yeah.
And I think we're kind of like connecting one area to the other. In fact, we have guys who walk from our spot at Lemp and Cherokee all the way down to Grand and Cherokee, and they go to the Style House, STL Style, and all the way down.
Right.
Thank goodness.
So it's a great anchor
There's
spot.
so much good stuff there, and I'm so glad there's it's finally coming together. Now, if we could just connect Cherokee Street with the Loop.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Trolley. Okay. So it's Sundays through November 1st at the Lemp Brewery complex there, down by Cherokee
And you can see the
Lemp.
big stack. What does the stack say on it?
It's an international shoe company, so it's ISCO.
Yeah.
There
When
you
you
go.
see that, that's where you got to go.
And then actually, I brought you guys a bag here,
Hey, thank
so you
you.
can go
We
when you go
gotta go
shopping
fill it
there.
now.
And then I wanted to, so we're coming back next year. We're going to close out this year, kind of learn our lessons from this year. We're going to come back next year, and then 2017, the plan is to move indoors and be a year-round
There's
3-day week
plenty
market.
of room there for that.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna next year we'll be doing a lot of
Very
fundraising to do that, but hopefully we'll get there.
Martin, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks
It was great
for what
being
you're
here.
doing for St. Louis.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And this segment is made possible through the generosity of Nighthawk Security. They're locally owned and locally monitored here in St. Louis since 1974. Home and business security for the St. Louis metro area for over 40 years. They'll install, service, maintain, and monitor your security system or take over an existing system. Call 846-4600 and ask for Joe.